Okay, so for today's worksheet, this one we're going to use the formula that's on the formula chart. So we're looking for slope-intercept form. Okay, so make sure you find that on the formula chart. Why? Because they're giving us a point and a slope. Okay, so right here at the very top where it says step 1, identify the slope. We need to find the slope. Okay, and we also need to identify the y-intercept from a graph. And you guys have done this since last year. Okay, we're going to find the slope by doing the rise over run. So when we find the m, we're going to do rise over run. And when we find the b, it's the point on the y-axis. Okay, and according to our formula chart, the slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. That's why we need an m and we need a b. Okay? So I'm going to do a few examples with you, and then you're going to do the rest of them on the front page. And then we'll go back to the back page and I'll do some examples of that, and then you're on your own. So problem number 1. We're going to find, I like to find the b first because that's an easy point and it's always on the y-axis. So if you look on the y-axis and you look for that point wherever it crosses on the y-axis, that's going to be your b. So we always start right here from 0. This is -1, -2, -3. Your starting point, your b is at -3. Write that down. -3 on the y-axis. And then to find the m, we're going to do the rise over run. So from this point to this point, how much did you rise and run? How much did you go up and over? Let's count. 1, 2, 3. It's like bunny hops. So up 3, over 1. So that's 3 over 1. And when you divide that, that's just 3. So your slope is 3 and your y-intercept is -3. So we're going to use that formula that we wrote down, y equals mx plus b, and we're going to write the equation y equals 3x minus 3. Okay? The slope is 3. I got it from there. And the y-intercept is -3. I got it from there. Any questions? Okay, I'm going to do another one with you. Let's do problem number 4. You guys are going to do 2 and 3. We're doing problem number 4 together right now. Okay? They didn't ask me for the m and the b, but I still need to write that down. So for every problem, every one of these problems, you need to write down what the m is and what the b is so that it helps you with the equation. Okay? So what's the first one that we're going to find? The b, the y-intercept. Okay, so we're looking on the y-axis. Wherever it crosses the y-axis, what number is that? What number is that? 1. That is a positive 1. So my y-intercept, my b, is positive 1. Okay, and then I have to do the rise over run. But I want you to understand something. Just because this is the y-intercept does not mean that you start the rise over run from that point. You can start from whatever point you want, and I like to start from the left point. El punto de la izquierda primero al punto de la derecha. So first, start from the left to the right. Did you go up or down? Down and over. So my rise is going to be negative because I went down. Okay? Negative what? 1, 2, 3. Negative 3, that's my rise. And 1 is my run. So negative 3 over 1 equals what? Negative 3. Okay? So then you write the equation with those two numbers. That's y equals negative 3x plus 1. Okay? So you're going to do the rest of them in the front. Let's go to the back page. Okay, so I'm not going to do these with you. I'm just going to tell you how we're going to do them. You're going to use the answer choices, these answer choices, and you're going to put them in decimals. And you're going to look to see which one gives you this graph. Okay? Same thing with the second one. You're going to put these in decimals. And you're going to look which one matches that graph. Okay? You can also eliminate some. Like if you know that this is a positive slope, right? You're going up 2 over 1 or up 4 over 2. Then the slope has to be positive, not negative, right? So you need to start thinking about that. And also, if you already know that this is point slope form, then you can also look for another point for one of those points and see if you can figure it out by yourself without decimals. The third one, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to put the answer choices in decimals and see which one looks like that one. Any questions? Okay. On the bottom, the word problems. I'm going to do 2 with you, and you're going to do 2 by yourself. 3 by yourself. So we're going to start off with problem number 1. I'm going to do this one with you. Okay? It says it costs $3.50 to rent a room for a party. You also want to hire a caterer. The caterer charges $8.75 per person. That's a key word. Per means that's going to be your slope. Okay? And slope always has an X next to it or a letter. Write an equation to find the total cost for inviting X people. Total means you're doing what? Adding. We're putting them all together, right? So we're going to add this plus the $8.75 per person. And you can use whatever letter you want. If you want to use P for persons or X for persons, that's fine. So, there it is, X people. So what's my equation? Y equals 875X. Let's start with how much is going to cost to rent the room. So $3.50 plus $8.75X because it's per person. Okay? So if you see keywords like per, each, or every, that's going to be your slope. So think about that. All right? Let's do the fourth one. This one. It says, as the student council treasurer, you prepare the budget for your class rafting trip. Each large raft costs $100 to rent, and each small raft costs $40 to rent. You have $1,600 to spend. Write an equation to find the number of large and small rafts you can rent to meet your budget. So this one has 2 each or every or per. So you're going to have 2 that have numbers in front of it. The large ones, we're going to use the letter L for large, and small ones, we're going to use the letter S for small. But you can also use X's and Y's, okay? And the 100 is going to go with the L because those are the large items. So you're just going to say 100 for every large item. Okay? Plus, how much are the small ones? 40. So 40 is going to go with the letter S for small. 40 for each small one. And then we have a budget, right? Budget means that's the total amount that you can spend equals 1,600. And that's it. So do you see the difference between the first one and the fourth one? Okay? One of them only had one keyword that said per, so you're only going to put a letter next to that one. And then this fourth one had two keywords each, so you're going to have two letters that have numbers in front of them. Okay? So you're going to finish the rest of them. Try your hardest. We're going to walk around and help you out. But number 1 and number 2 are exactly the same, so you can use that. And then number 4 and number 5 are almost exactly alike. I need you to understand that quarters are 25 cents and dimes are 10 cents. Okay, so write that down.